Classes of Gymnospermaphyta. Subdivision Gymnospermaphyta is divided into three main classes. These are Coniferales, Cycadales, and Ginkgoales. The photographs show the pine, cycad, and ginkgo biloba, which are the members of subdivision Gymnospermaphyta. Class Coniferales. The member plants in this class include pine, cedar, and cypress. General characteristics of the class Coniferales include needle-shaped leaves, thick waxy cuticle. Female cones appear on lateral buds on young shoots, while male cones are usually small and form clusters around the base of the terminal buds, for example, pinus. Class Cycadales. They have long compound leaves which are clustered at the apex of a thick, usually short and branched stems. They have cones which are borne at the apex of the trunk among the leaves, for example, cycads. Class Ginkgoales. They are rare plants with fan-like deciduous leaves. Representatives of this class are the ginkgo biloba plant. Play the animation to see the needle-like leaves of the pine, the compound leaves of the cycad, and the fan-like leaves of ginkgo biloba. Angiospermaphyta. Members include grasses such as bamboo, wheat, oat, and maize, shrubs such as Lantana camara and hibiscus species. Examples of herbs include blackjack, parsley, and examples of trees are croton, eucalyptus species, and the Nandi flame. The photographs below show grasses like bamboo and wheat, shrubs like Lantana camara and hibiscus, and trees like eucalyptus and Nandi flame. They have the following general characteristics. They produce flowers. They are bisexual. They have seeds enclosed by a fruit wall. Their xylem tissues have tracheids and vessels, while phloem has companion cells. Classes of Angiospermaphyta. Subdivision Angiospermaphyta is divided into two classes, that is, Dicotyledonae and Monocotyledonae. Class Dicotyledonae. Class Dicotyledonae has the following general characteristics. Embryo of the seeds have two cotyledons, broad leaves with network of veins, vascular bundles in the stem arranged in a concentric rings with a pith and narrow cortex, has vascular cambium, taproot system with a centrally placed xylem alternating with phloem. Flowers have floral parts in 4s or 5s or their multiples. They have petiole. The diagram shows various parts of a bean plant or Phaseolus vulgaris. Class Monocotyledonae. Examples of class Monocotyledonae are bamboo, maize, among others. The members of this class share the following general characteristics: narrow leaves with parallel veins, fibrous roots, floral parts in 3s or multiples of 3, leaf petiole modified to leaf sheath, Vascular bundles in the root are arranged in a ring and lack vascular cambium. The diagram below shows various parts of a maize plant or their maize. Kingdom Animalia. This is a group of living organisms with distinct characteristics which include they are eukaryotic and multicellular, no cell wall, all are heterotrophic, most reproduce sexually while a few reproduce asexually, most show locomotion but a few are sessile. Kingdom Animalia is made up of many phyla, but in this course, we will learn the characteristics of only two phyla, namely phylum Arthropoda and phylum Chordata. Below are photographs of members of phylum Arthropoda, that is, centipede, millipede, and grasshoppers, and phylum Chordata, frog, lizard, fish, bird, and man. Phylum Arthropoda. Members of this phylum have segmented bodies, jointed appendages, and an exoskeleton. This phylum is divided into 5 classes based on number of limbs, number of body parts, and number of antennae. The classes are Crustacea, Chilopoda, Diplopoda, Insecta, and Arachnida. The photographs below show some members of phylum Arthropoda, crayfish, centipede, and grasshoppers. Click the play button to view the animation. General characteristics. The main characteristics of the phylum Arthropoda include jointed appendages, some paired and specialized for various functions. Body covered with hardened exoskeleton made of chitin and is shed off periodically in a process called molting. They have segmented bodies. Body of most members divided into 3 body parts, namely the head, thorax, and abdomen. Some have 2 body parts, with the head and thorax fused to form cephalothorax and abdomen. The photographs highlight various features of members of phylum Arthropoda. Some of the features highlighted are jointed appendages, exoskeleton, and segmented bodies. Members are bilaterally symmetrical, have open circulatory system where blood flows in open cavities, hemocoel with a tubular dorsal heart, well-developed head with eyes, sensory structures, and fairly well-developed brain. Gaseous exchange is through the tracheal system, though a few aquatic forms use gills. Sexes are separate, with reproduction being sexual. The animation below shows the various characteristics of members of the phylum Arthropoda. Click on the play button to view the animation. Phylum Chordata. This phylum consists of the fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Below are photographs showing organisms belonging to different classes of phylum Chordata. They include tilapia, fish, frog, amphibians, crocodile, reptiles, domestic fowl, aves, and cow, mammals. Members of this phylum have the following general characteristics. Notochord present at some stage in the lifetime, which persists in some organisms but changes to vertebral column in higher animals. Have an endoskeleton made of cartilages and bones. Have a post-anal tail. Have a dorsal and hollow nerve cord situated in the vertebral column. The illustration shows the vertebral column in human. Bilaterally symmetrical. Have segmented muscle blocks called myotomes on either side of the body. Have limbs that are formed from more than one body segment, for example, fins in fish, walking legs in frogs, and wings in birds. Have a ventrally located heart with closed circulatory system. Have openings into the pharynx called pharyngeal or visceral clefts at some stage in their life cycle. Play the animation to see the various characteristics of members of phylum Chordata. Dichotomous key. The term dichotomous key comes from the word dichotomy, meaning divide into two parts. A dichotomous key consists of a series of part contrasting statements that describe characteristics of a particular organism. It only uses inheritable observable features. Common features used for identification of organisms when constructing a dichotomous key are features used in animals. Number of body parts, for example, in insects, the ant has 3 body parts. Feeding structures, for example, beaks in birds and duck. Presence and type of eyes, for example, millipede simple eyes and housefly compound eyes. Presence and number of antennae, for example, 1 pair of antennae in insects. Structures on body surface such as fur, hair, feathers, and scales. Locomotory structures, for example, fins, legs, and wings. 3 body parts in insects and beak in birds. Features used in plants. Leaf venation is either parallel veins or network veins. Leaf lamina is either narrow or broad. The tip of the leaf may be pointed as in the bean or could be ovate as in the oxalis or lobed as in geranium. Plant's root system may be fibrous as in maize or taproot as in bean. In plants, flowers are borne on stems as solitary, for example, hibiscus, or in cluster called inflorescence as in the sunflower. Plants may have various stem types, for example, woody stem as in fig tree, herbaceous stem as in blackjack or succulent, or fleshy as in sugarcane. Most stems are cylindrical, but a few may be rectangular, for example, Lantana camara. Leaves may be green, for example, Commelina, or colored, for example, purple color of Tradescantia. Leaves are attached to the stem by either petiole or leaf stalk, for example, cassava leaf or